Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida.
All right. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game and exhibition.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Looking long for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back out is the AFC offense. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think? Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know he's got a man. Complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Travis Kelce, 92 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, remember, of course, they won the last couple years here in Orlando and off to a good start in this one. Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see? Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game. I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there. Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case. Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start. That's true. But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on. The AFC offense making their way back out. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 50 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns. We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl,
big plays are what we're all looking for.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with an AFC touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Hey, yellow lady, yellow lady. It's our time. It's our time.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, Breeze. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Complete to Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Breeze to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. Breeze now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Let's go.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Patrick Mahomes in the AFC ready to go on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown! Melvin Gordon, 62 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch the slat, watch the slat. Watch the slat.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we are at halftime of the 2019 Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. 54. Here we go.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown. Saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
never had it. The stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Breeze to Adam Thielen for an NFC first down. Breeze now on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. Now Breeze, maybe a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come out here, come get some.
Breeze going to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He dumps it off to Barkley. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Breeze now. Jones has it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they're feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Mike, ready? Yellow lady. Got to do better. Come on,
Throwing now is Breeze. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
PAT up and good by Rosas. So that one a long 11-play drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be secured by the AFC. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
and he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Myers for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Breeze now to throw. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Go.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Yellow on the line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us.